We're all being watched these days in remarkable ways. Even the dustbins can spy on us. Tiny computer chips embedded in the bins here in Croydon are able to record whether they've been emptied. Before long, these bins could even be monitoring how much rubbish you're throwing out, whether you recycle or not, or if you're throwing away the wrong kind of stuff. It's all part of today's surveillance society.
When we started this 1.5 years ago, we have people just want to do it for fun, do it because it's new.
It's an amazing little device, which can mean there's no need for proof of ID or money to get in. It can all be done with tiny computer chips, implanted in the flesh of clubbers' arms. So what do these chips look like? You've got one here, have you?
Yeah, I got one here for you. It's like I told you, it's unbelievable. Got to be careful that I don't lose it. It's like a rice thing.
That's tiny, isn't it?
Really tiny, yeah?
Hey, alles goed?
Hello. I'm with him. All right. So this is the scanning.
This is scanning. Normally you pay over here. But now I've got the chip.
For clubbers with a chip, no cash is required, and getting in is simple.
And over there is my picture.
Yeah, right, yeah. Straight away.
Straight away.
And there's another benefit. When buying drinks, instead of paying with money, they can simply have the chips in their arms scanned. Their accounts with the club are automatically debited. Chipping may be popular, but isn't it all a bit intrusive?
It's so simple. I think that within 20 years when you get born you will get a chip.
So that's a vision of the future, but are you worried how much your life at home and at work is being monitored and recorded already? You may not realise just how much you're being watched right now.
This is the most advanced supermarket in the world at the moment. We really can guide our customers by hand. We really can show them around the store, if they want it, of course.
Since this technology was installed 3 years ago, sales have risen by 1/3. And there's another idea being trialled, which could bring even greater benefits. Some products are fitted with tiny computer chips, radio frequency identification tags, or RFID for short. Every packet of this soft cheese can now be tracked from factory to shelf and into the shopping basket. The RFID chips will transform stock control, ensuring shelves are always full. And this is it. It's a computer chip like a tiny radio transmitter attached to a product. And this is now telling the store, I am a packet of razor blades, somebody has taken me from the shelf and I am on the move. Tesco and Marks & Spencer have already tried out the chips on some products. Within a decade, they could be on everything that's made. When that happens, there'll be no need to hang around at the checkout like this. We'll simply pass a scanner, which will monitor our purchases and debit our bank accounts, all in one go.
I think it's not too courageous to say it's a revolution. It makes us more money, first of all, because we will have more customers. Customers will be happier, they will have a more convenient shopping, and that means they come to our store.
Metro stress that they have no interest in monitoring the chips beyond the shop door. On the way out, there's a machine to deactivate the chips. But will all customers use it? And will every company be that scrupulous? So even when you get home and start unpacking your shopping, these razor blades can still be emitting information, even when you put them in the cupboard. And the technology is there to encode every single thing you ever buy. The potential is there to find out how much you paid for this, where and when you bought it, and also what else you own. And that's what's getting some people worried. For people who worry about privacy, it's the ultimate nightmare. Here in New Jersey, a trial is taking place that some think could have profound consequences. It's at one of America's biggest hospitals and has the highest of motives: to save lives. Every day, scores of emergency patients arrive at the hospital. Doctors need to know their medical histories urgently.
Time is of the essence for us. Patients come in either in coma or have altered mental status, and we readily need to get important information on those patients very early on in the course of their care.
The idea would be to fit people who might one day need hospital treatment with a permanent computer chip, providing immediate access to their medical records.
I'm just going to make a mark of where we're going to put that in chip.
Stockbroker Robel Johnson is one of the pioneers. Today he's having a chip implanted in his arm, similar to those on German groceries and Dutch nightclubbers.
Okay. Now you're going to feel a little pressure.
Okay.
If ever he becomes an emergency patient, he can be instantly identified.
How did that feel?
Fine, that's fine.
Okay, great.
So far, 40 people have been implanted here. Doctors think it will soon be as commonplace as vaccinations.
You're chipped.
Okay.
You should play that number today. Once patients see the benefit of being able to travel within the United States and in the future worldwide, and people can have ready access to vital information that might save their life, will I think, ensure the buy-in to the general public.
The hospitals are certainly buying into the technology. Hundreds are already looking to introduce it.
Hi, Mr. Mulligan. Nice to see you again. Long time no see.
At the moment, when a patient is scanned, the chip in his arm simply confirms his identity, so medical records can quickly be called up.
And your home ends in 8265?
Yes.
And Dr. Campanella is still your PCP? Yes. Very good.
But in the near future, the chips may become much more sophisticated, constantly monitoring the health of patients.
You can see where this is going, where Star Trek is not so far off in the distance, where patients that might be arriving to casualty areas will no longer have blood drawn but just be scanned. We'll get a whole set of vital signs and biochemical markers, and it will revolutionize how we practice medicine.
But campaigners warn that chips like this could potentially provide access to all kinds of information held about us, not only by hospitals, but by shops, employers, and more.
All technologies start in a neutral way, and all technologies grow in their power. The humble chip is going to be 1,000,000 times more powerful, 1,000,000 times more capable in 20 years. So when you allow it to be embedded in your environment and even under your skin, you'd better be prepared for it to be a completely different beast in a few years' time.
And there are claims that the chips could even act like tiny transmitters buried in our bodies, permanently identifying us and tracking us everywhere.
It would be the ultimate tracking tool, because there would be nowhere to hide from a technology like that. It could be used to track everybody everywhere at any given moment. The systems of government don't have that kind of information at the moment. Are we going to allow them to get it?
These people couldn't care less about that. We're back at the Baja Beach Club in Rotterdam. For people here, implanted chips simply means it's easy to get in and easy to pay for drinks. They're so popular, they'll soon be offered to clubbers around the world.
We also have it in the other club in Barcelona. We're busy in Turkey and in Germany. That's because a lot of guys want to have the concept in their country. And I think it will be a great system to put in all the other clubs in other countries.
For businesses like the Baja Beach Club, this kind of technology makes good financial sense. For many others too, monitoring and surveillance systems boost efficiency and profits.
It's so simple. I think that within 20 years when you get born you will get a chip. I think that within 20 years when you get born you will get a chip.